Hello, this is Doddy and this is my first screencast. What I'm going to do today is show you a little bit more about Vuze. Now Vuze, for those of you that don't use it yet, and you probably will soon, it's a BitTorrent client and it's a really good way to download music, movies, TV shows, even software, things like that. I've got the latest edition of Office for my Mac and pretty comfortable just sharing it with a client, a friend somewhere around the world, but who knows. So when you open up Vuze, and you actually start off, just get rid of that. You don't need to update, you don't need to buy anything, it's a free download and it's really easy to find. So you actually start off with something a little bit like this. Okay, and it's like the sort of the home page of Vuze, but you never use this, or well, I don't anyway. Okay, so one of the first things you need to do, when you actually start Vuze and you search for something, so let's just say I'm going to search for Mr. Juteau was talking about his favourite movie. So if I was going to search for Transformers. Now when you download Vuze and you run it for the first time, it automatically does a web search. So here you can see why it goes with Bing instead of Google. I don't know anyone that uses Bing other than ISM for some reason. It just gets it, and you don't use this. You never need to use the web search once you do something special. Now the special thing is you have to download some templates. When you first install Vuze, you end up with a very small list down here. You start off with the Vuze template, the subscriptions template, and Mininova. Now those three are actually rubbish. So if you were to search something like Transformers, you wouldn't get anywhere near the list that I have now. So what you need things like BitSnoop, BT Junkie, Kick-Ass Torrents, and Vertor. Okay, those four are probably the best ones. So I'll just show you how to download. So I have this already open. I use Vuze templates, download, and you can find different sites where you can find other ones. So let's say that I wanted to get BitSnoop. So very simple. I just click on BitSnoop here. Open up the download. It only takes a few seconds. It's only a very small file. You can see it's already connected to Vuze, and I've already got it. But usually it says, do you want to install the BitSnoop template? And you just click OK, and then it adds to your list here. Okay, and some searches you'll be able to find a file that gives you 10 or 15 of these. That's exactly what I did. But things like Kick-Ass Torrents you've got to find yourself, and BT Junkie. But you know, as I said, BitSnoop, BT Junkie, Kick-Ass Torrents, Vertor, and there's a couple others that you use. So once you get those torrents, okay, that allows Vuze to do its job properly. Now what I have here, I've got different files for Transformers. Now I don't need a 10 gig or almost 10 gig file Blu-ray rip. I just need something that's going to play nice on a 42-inch flat screen, which is about anywhere over 1 gig really. So I'm going to start downloading this 1 gig file. So I just click download. It's going to upload the template, and then I'm going to get a new download bar come on here when it starts working. There we go. So it's already started downloading. Now before I go on, I'll talk a little bit about that in a second, but here we've got to check that we're actually downloading the right thing. So the first thing we can check is how old it is. Now I know Transformers Dark Side of the Moon, the third film, has only just come out on DVD and Blu-ray, so it should be fairly recent. Now this one here, 11 months. Now as far as I can remember, 11 months was actually when it was in the movie. So this, if I were to download this, even though it says DVD rip, it's probably a cinema copy. Okay, someone in the movie with a camcorder. Now if I scroll down, because I only typed in Transformers here, that is one thing actually that you should know. You've got to spell things correctly here. If you don't spell them right, it's going to come up with, if I missed an E out, it would give me files where the E had been missed out. So you've got to spell it right. It's not like Google where it will give you an alternate search, that sort of thing, or it'll predict what you wanted. So if I scroll down, you can see, there you go, look. Transformers, because I only typed in Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen comes up as well. So make sure you type in exactly what you want. Sometimes you can be really specific, other times it doesn't really matter. So again, check exactly what you want. So when I click on my download bar here, you can see that I'm downloading the 1.43 gig version. And it's going to start soon, and I'll talk about Seeds and Peers in a second. The next check you have to do is if it gets a drop down arrow here. I can see I've got a drop down arrow. Now I'm actually downloading all of these files. Okay, it's automatically doing it and it's downloading all. Now I don't want them all. All I want is the 1.4 gig movie. Okay, the DVD rip, and if I scroll all the way at the end, there you go, it shows me it's an AVI file. So I don't need any of these. So all I do is I select them all, right click, go down to set priority, and then delete, and that'll get rid of them. So now it's just focusing on downloading the movie itself. Now you've got to be careful with this. One of my friends at school, he had I was around his house and he said to me, Doddy, my new computer's full, the hard drive's full. It was like 160 gig hard drive on a netbook, and it's completely full. And he had no idea why. When we went in, we downloaded some software that checked his file allocations, and he had 140 gigs allocated to Vuze downloads. So when we went into Vuze downloads, he checked and there was a file there that he hadn't really wanted to download, and we got rid of it and it was fine. So make sure you please check this drop down arrow and only download exactly what you want. Okay, that's a good little check. Now, Steph has a real go at me if I'm downloading all the time and if I'm using all of our bandwidth. So we have these two little arrows here. Okay, now this is for upload. When you upload something, when you download something, you become a seed. If you're partly downloading it or if you're just using it, you're a peer. Now, a peer is someone that doesn't possess all of the file. A seed is someone that possesses everything. Okay, so that means people can actually upload it from you. So I only allocate 40k to uploads, and right now I've allocated 224 to downloads. Now I've got a connection speed of about 340 kilobits per second, so I allow the rest of the room is basically a little bit for the upload and then the rest for Steph, so she can keep up with the Kardashians, and if they haven't been on TV for the last 20 seconds, then she can go onto the website and see how the fat ugly one's doing. So if I want to change this, all I do is I hover on the arrow, right click, and then I can change either clicking one of these, or I can use the slider and it'll give me a different range, and I could take it right down if I wanted to. So now 120, but I want to download this movie a little bit faster. I want to download it faster than an hour or 2 hours. So let's say I want to put that right up to the maximum right now, so let's get it on to 400, and hopefully this will go all the way to 350 or something, and then it should only take me about 35 minutes to download a 2-hour movie, something like that. So you can see it's increasing, the time of the download's decreasing, so it's not going to take me long to download this, because it's like my full allocation bandwidth is for that. Okay. Now, some people are really worried about getting caught by the internet police. You're downloading all these illegal files. I can't do it. It's naughty. And what they don't want to do, they don't want to store them on the computer because you're really worried about someone finding out. They wiggle their way through the internet and get into your hard drive and think you're going to jail. And no one wants to go to jail. Well, actually, some jails are okay. So anyway, what we do, I go to my library. Okay, I just click on my library. And you can see I already have a few files and movies, that sort of thing here. Now you can see that because I possess the whole file, then I'm actually a seed. So that means people are uploading them off me, or from me. Okay. Now you can see I have Romeo and Juliet here. Now Mr. Cooling's favourite movie, told me he was in tears watching it in the cinema, so I downloaded it for him. I'm going to give him a copy for his birthday. So let's say I didn't want to store this on my computer because I don't want the internet police finding out. All I do, firstly, I click on it and I make sure I stop it, so it stops seeding. So no one can seed it from me now. I've stopped that seed. Then all I need to do is right click and then show in Internet Explorer, or Explorer, sorry, in my folder. And I want to take it from my hard drive. So again, I go to the Romeo and Juliet. Alright, I've got the AVI file. I'm going to cut that. Okay. And then I'm going to paste it onto my desktop, and there you go. Then I'm going to go back to Vuze, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to delete it. And there you go. I'm going to delete all associated files. Ooh, vetoed, and that is because I'll talk about this one in my next webcast, but let me just get rid of those. you won't do that pretty much. If you're new to Vuze, you won't worry about these things down here, but I'll talk about those, like I said, in my next webcast. So now I can delete Romeo and Juliet from my Vuze downloads, and there it goes, it's deleted. Okay, now straight into my recycle bin. And now I can empty my recycle bin, get rid of everything, and there'll be no trace of Romeo and Juliet in my hard drive, except for here. This is the only place I've got it, and even though I've deleted it, if I double click on it, you'll see that it still works fine. So Mr. Cooling has nothing to worry about. Still going to get his favourite movie. There you go, you see the little annoying bastards. They look like Smurfs to me. Can't stand them either, but we used to argue with taste. So now all I need to do is I can open up my computer, and I can drag this onto my hard drive, and I can take it into work for cooling. It's going to take a minute or so to do that. So when I do that, I can get rid of it off here. Once it's copied over, I get rid of it, and then it's all ready for Mark to do. Now, one of the problems with Vuze is if you do that sort of thing, you don't share, you're not a member of the society, alright? People don't get things from you. Now that's fine, because there's tens of thousands, and we look at Transformers here, okay, on my download. We can say that there are 5,561 people currently online, 11,230 people currently online that possess the whole file, and I'm streaming it from there, I'm downloading it from them. Okay, and there's another 5,000 people that are sort of doing the same as me and trying to get the full file. Now if you do this, you are what they call a leech. A leech is someone that doesn't really want to share everything. All they want to do is download stuff and keep it to themselves. Now that's fine. If you're scared about getting caught or some sort of discovery of people, you know, taking things from your computer, and you're worried about the security side of things, then that's fine. You are a blood-sucking, spineless, segmented Hirudina or Dinia. Okay, but that's okay. It's all right being a leech. Don't worry about being a leech. I'm a leech. I've downloaded over 350 movies now. My favorite movies from the generations, probably 50, 60 different TV series. I download music. I download software for my Mac and for my PC on my laptop, and it's fine. All right, it really doesn't matter. So that's sort of your first introduction to Vuze sort of safety and little tips and things that you can do. Another way of changing the bandwidth here, or sorry, the amount of bandwidth you use, is we can go up to tools and then options and then transfers. I just click on the arrow there, transfers. Actually, you don't need to. So it's got my upload speed and down speed. So I want Steph to be able to find out how Fat Chloe and the one with the false arse is getting on in the Cardassian, so I can take that down to sort of 200. I can type it in if I want, but I just want to use it for the last couple of seconds, so 250. I can reduce my upload speed because I want to do more of a leech. I apply that and then close, and what you'll see down here is it starts to decrease the speed, the rate of my download, but that means it's going to take a little bit longer. But I'm going to bed soon, so I can leave it overnight and it'll all be done, and I can watch it tomorrow evening. So that's about it. So please remember, when you first start off using Vuze, you've got to go to get some templates. Remember the ones I said, the important ones, the best ones to get are BitSnoop, BT Junkie, Kick-Ass Torrents, and Vevo. Okay, and there's BitSnoop. So make sure you get those templates, and if you need any help, I can help you find them, not a problem. That's it, that concludes my first screencast. I hope it's been fine. I'm going to go away and watch Romeo and Juliet. Actually, you go and watch Romeo and Juliet, the school production. I believe it's on Thursday, Friday, and 2 shows on Saturday. It should be fan-dabby-dozy. Thank you very much. Enjoy. I hope you've enjoyed a little bit of Coldplay along the way as well. Favourite band? Can't go wrong. Take care. Goodbye.